Hey everyone, welcome back. We're on day 5 of our bullet journaling for our understanding, getting to know ourselves, and getting some things down in our bullet journal to help increase our understanding and our ability to analyze our own thinking and the way things are going in our lives. And so yesterday we did day 4 where we did this circle of where do I belong. I went through when we were finished and throughout the day I added a little bit more. You'll notice I added some colors in there just because I wanted to kind of help me gauge my feeling towards those things. And then on this one of family, I started really thinking and exploring that. I added another relationship here that I'm really working on. And then I put my roles, wife, mother, daughter, sister, and cousin. Those are 5 roles within family that matter a lot to me. And I just gave them a plus. One of them, I did a squiggly line like because I know in those relationships, some are good, some are not as good. I wasn't considering all of my cousins, but a relationship I have with a cousin that I really appreciate, that matters a lot to me. So I have wife, mother, daughter, sister, cousin, and I just did a little bit of an evaluation from in my own mind about those. So I'm going to keep working on that because I'm finding out I'm really seeing my thinking as I do that. But that's yesterday. So today we're going to move on to today's. And just like yesterday, we drew a circle right in the middle. And we're going to give this one a title. And this one is Issues I Care About. Okay. On this day, we are looking at what, at my core, are some of the things that matter to me. And so we're going to use some lines coming out like this. And I have been thinking this morning about some issues that matter to me. I'm going to start with 3 lines, and then of course I can fill in as I go. But there are things in the news that just weigh heavy upon me, and one of those issues that I really care about is the safety of children. And that's a pretty heavy subject. I have been a teacher for many years. I am a parent, and the safety of children is a high priority to me. In any situation, if I see an unsafe child, I'm stepping in. And I know that some people might think that's not right, but that matters a lot to me. Huge issue. And so when I hear things in the news about child trafficking, those kinds of things, it just weighs heavy upon me. And so I am putting that in the issues I care about. Another issue that I care about and have experience with is Down syndrome. And giving people with Down syndrome a voice, an opportunity to give them openings and opportunities that they ought to have. I care a lot about that issue. I'm involved in that, and it matters to me. Another issue that I care about is water in Africa. Now, here's an interesting thing about these issues I care about. This I'm involved in every day, the Down syndrome issue. I would love to do more about clean water and wells in Africa, but right now I don't really do anything about that. I've read about it. I have 2 children that we adopted from Africa. I really care about that issue, but right now I'm not really doing anything about it. The safety of children, I'm trying to take action with that. I'm going to add in here another issue. I'm just going to give myself another couple of lines. And you notice these, just doesn't matter the length or whatever. Because one of the issues I have become more and more aware of and caring about more and more is mental health. And because I know with COVID and our move and a lot of hard times that have come, it's something that I have struggled a little bit with for the first time in my life, really. I've never really had a lot of thought about it, but over the last 2 years, maybe even 3 years, that has kind of come to the forefront of my thinking. I have had experiences just within the last couple of weeks that have really brought that into the forefront of my thinking, and the importance of each one of us caring for our mental health and that sense of well-being. And hopefully these pages we're doing in our bullet journals are going to help each of us take care of our own mental health a little more. And so one of the things that actually goes along with that is that I really want to be a light. And so I'm going to add in here things I care about is my desire to be a light to others. And I'm going to add that in to this mental health area. I'm going to leave this one blank, and I can add more lines as I go in throughout the day as issues come up, if any others do. This may be it. But for right now, this is where I'm focusing on my thoughts today about this. Okay, so the question now is, how am I going to use this? Remember, my goal with all of this is to understand what I'm thinking, how it affects my life, and any stories that I'm telling myself around it, and what am I going to do about it? So in this realm of the safety of children, last week I decided it is time to actually do something, but I wanted to take a little bit more action against human trafficking, particularly of children. And so I actually started donating to a cause called, its acronym is OUR, Operation Underground Railroad. I looked into a lot about that, its background, to make sure it wasn't actually sketchy and harming children. And so then I made a choice to make a regular monthly donation to that group, because at least it's one thing I can do to help. Even though it's small, my donation is small, at least it helps and it's doing something. So in the realm of water in Africa, I am going to start researching what I can do. Okay, it might be donating to a group that is building wells, to some kind of humanitarian effort. I'm going to see. I'm going to learn more about that. I currently sew for a charitable group called Days for Girls that helps girls, particularly in third world countries. A lot of those things go to Africa, and I do some sewing for them. Maybe I'll talk about that in a video one of these times. But I need to do something about that water issue, but I don't know what. So I'm going to actually do some research on that. In the realm of Down syndrome, I feel like that is something I'm involved in every day. It's actually something that I feel very positive about, that I am putting time into. I work with my own daughter frequently. I am trying to become more involved in the local Down syndrome group. So this is what this page is about. What do I care about? and how can I make a difference? I know sometimes we go along and we start to feel like our lives don't matter. Let's make them matter. Let's do things to actually make our lives matter. You could have here an issue you care about is the education of your own children. And that might lead you to do some research and find out how you can do better with that. I do want to do more with mental health. I want to be more aware and reach out to people who are struggling, but I need to be able to recognize that. And then I need to be able to know what to do about it. And that is one of the reasons why I started this whole thing with the bullet journal, because I am sharing with you things that have helped me in that mental health struggle. And I know that understanding my own thinking, being aware that I'm telling myself a story, looking at what I care about, what makes me me with my favorites, my I likes, finding the beauty around me, all of these things are helping in that mental health realm. And I would like to share with others what has helped me build my mental health after 2 very rough years where, to be honest, I blamed myself for my daughter getting sick. I blamed myself for every struggle with our move because, her getting sick, I felt was my fault. The story I was telling myself was actually harming my mental health. And so this is a way for you to say, what is it I care about? And can I make any even small difference in that realm? Because that will help you feel that your life matters. And we all need to feel that way. And if you are telling yourself a story that your life doesn't matter, nobody cares, people are better off without you, blah, 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 all of those things, I don't mean to discount them, but the truth is that is a story you are telling yourself. And some of these things in this book will help us see the truth about our lives, that they matter, they have mattered in the past, they matter now, and they will matter in the future. And so I hope if you haven't done days 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, where you're really kind of learning about yourself, you're trying to recognize what's beautiful in the world around you. If you haven't done those days, go back and watch those videos. But let me tell you, your life matters. And I read a quote, and just looking back, I am a very religious person. I really appreciate people of all religions. And I read a quote particularly about the effort that Jesus made to save your life. Don't ever destroy a life that he worked so hard to save. Look at your mental health. Get help. Talk to people. Reach out. You can do this. You are up to the struggle, and the struggle makes you stronger and makes you better able to help someone else. So that's the goal for today. And so that's day 5, and we'll see you back here for day 6.